Good morning. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. I am here at 3551 Knobhill Drive in Sherman Oaks, and I am preparing to perform a video examination of the main sewer line for Stephen Rose. Now, the main sewer line is the portion of the waste drainage piping that is exterior to the structure. It lies underground and connects the building drain line system to the public sewer. The building drain line system then is the portion or portions of the waste drainage piping that would be underneath or interior to the structure. Our examination today is not focused on the building drain line system, so if further evaluation is desired regarding the building drain line system, a licensed plumbing contractor should be contacted, or a specialty building drain line video examination can be set through our office. So I'm going to be performing my examination today from the 4-inch main sewer line cleanout access we've found here. This is in the planter area just outside this kind of front bathroom area. Our driveway is behind us here, and the main entry to the house is back over this way. You look down below this bathroom window and back behind some of these succulents and under the ivy, we found that clean out. So we'll go ahead and drop in. What we're going to do is we're going to come out and then run out under the driveway towards the street. Looks like we're going to come just to the right side of the driveway if you were looking at it from the street before we go out underneath the public street to connect to the public sewer. We'll drop in here, and what we're looking at is a short section of a modern ABS plastic piping. It's basically when this cleanout was installed, and then we're going to a section of the original vitrified clay piping. Right here, as we come around this first turn into the clay, you can see we've got some pretty significant root intrusions. They were quite a bit more significant when we got here. We were able to work the camera back and forth through the line and get some of that stuff cleared out. In the first couple of joints here, you can see we've got pretty significant roots. Alright, I'm going to get some cold water running here to help me knock down some of the steam that's being created in the pipe. It's from the running hot water inside the house right now. Alright, so we're making our second bend here now to the left. Essentially now we're going to be running straight out under the driveway here towards the front. Now these vitrified clay pipe materials are very common. This type of piping does have a long service life expectancy. It is a natural material, being a clay, so it is less likely to deteriorate underground, but it can be fairly brittle in nature and does have a higher potential for damage during seismic activity or earthquakes. Now, the root intrusion we are seeing is pretty significant, and unfortunately it's hiding really these joints to be able to make out if anything's broken or not. I don't see any obvious damage. It does appear to be pretty common root intrusion. At those joint areas, these older clay pipes, they do tend to allow roots, and normally we are suggesting that they can be maintained with regular sewer line cleanings. It's when they're left unmaintained for extended periods that they have the potential to create blockages or potentially damage the pipe. So here, about 18 feet in, we are now tying into a newer section. So this is another section of that ABS plastic, these modern plastic pipes. So this is an upgrade. This would not be the original pipe here through this section. It looks like it's about 5-6 feet of 4-inch ABS plastic. Now these plastic pipes, they are also expected to have a long service life, but they have a very smooth inner surface and they are intended to be impervious to root intrusion. So this is a partial upgrade here. And then about 25 feet out near the driveway apron or curb face, we're changing back to probably a clay pipe that's had a lining system installed through it as a method intended to rehabilitate an original pipe. And that's commonly what you're going to see here out under the street. If there was nothing broken or shifted or damaged, they'll just run a liner through there to create a pipe within the existing pipe. And it basically makes one long piece all the way through here. So That's what they've done out towards the public connection here. Now, it's not really, we're not really able to tell you if this is in fact an approved lining system here in the city of LA. There's no markings on it that would tell us what it is. We're just really looking to see how it's performing. As we get up here, just before we get to the public connection, as we get around this, you'll see this liner is really wrinkled up. It looks like along the top there, it started to collapse a little bit, and over on the left side as well. So what this effectively does is it does reduce the inner opening of this pipe, which creates a much higher potential for debris buildup, blockages, things like that. Really aren't any reductions allowed in a drain system. So the liner here just either wasn't cured properly or something wasn't done right in the administration of it. So we've got a section here at the end that's kind of collapsing and essentially failing, really. So as we get around that area there, it's difficult to see. That's then dropping into our public sewer here. So really something should be done with that, with the end of this lining system. They may be able to get in there and cut that part out and maybe reline it, or put a component known as a top hat in from the city side that will actually rehabilitate this whole connection. It's common practice here that these liners stop just short of the city sewer because they don't want to make that turn, or they can't make the turn with it. But they do have components now that are designed specifically for that. So what I would recommend at this point is consulting a qualified and reputable sewer contractor. You might be able to use my photographs and video as a visual aid. They may also want to come out and do their own investigation. Just get an idea of what it would take to handle this area, and if it's something that they think could be left in service and maybe monitored, as opposed to getting in here to repair this area. All right. So other than that, the system's generally doing pretty good. You do have the vitrified clay section that has roots would need to be cleaned. It's essentially the first 15 to 20 feet of the line, and then discover or find out what would be the best solution for this area here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video portion of the examination for today. Please do refer to my written report for a description of the final findings and recommendations. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. Thank you very much, and have a pleasant day.